Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. And today I've got this cute little box to share with you. It is 2 1/4 inches cubed, and I have used the designer series paper from the Most Wonderful Time product medley, which you can get in a refill kit as well, and these little candy cane stickers are from the same product medley. And inside the box I've got 2 little wax melts. So one of them's candy cane, which is why I've used the candy canes on that, and the other one is sparkling snow. And on my box I've got thank you snow much. So this stamp comes from the Snowflake Wishes stamp set, that one there, and I've stamped that in real red ink onto Whisper White card. And I am going to show you how you can make this box for yourself. Okay, I have started with a piece of real red card that measures 9 1/2 inches by 7 1/4 inches. I score this along the long edge at the top, the 9 1/2 inches there. I'm going to score that at 2 1/4 inches, 4 1/2 inches, 6 3/4 inches, and 9 inches. Turn that around and again score at 2 1/4 inches, 4 1/2 inches, and 6 3/4 inches. Okay. So I am going to quickly burnish those score lines. So we've got a bit of cutting to do. Sorry, just get my larger scissors. So this part here is going to be the panel that joins the box. So this is the bottom. The bit with the skinny panel at the top is your top. So along the bottom I'm just going to cut up the score lines to the first horizontal score line, right the way along. And then I'm going to chop out and do the same at that side and take the rest of the skinny panel off there. So all we need is that little tab in the middle to join our box up. Okay, so cut up those ones. I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to cut to the second horizontal score line on these ones. All of the dimensions for this box and the products that I'm using for today's video will be in my blog post, and there will be a link to that blog post in the description bar below. So our tab is there, so our lid of our box is at the opposite end. So we want to keep that one and these two will be the sides, so I want to chop those in half. Okay, just chop that one in half as well. Pop that out of the way. Okay, I'm going to wedge those slightly as well. It's not necessary, but it's just a force of habit. Just makes things fold a little bit more easily. Okay, now, so again, we've got, that will be our lid, so we don't actually need this one at all. So tuck those ones out of the way, and then I can chop that one off completely. Just like that. Now I am going to just miter the corners on that little bit there as well, because that will tuck in and it'll be easier to tuck in when it's cut like that. Okay, so the next stage is to add our designer series paper. So I've gone with a different pattern from the same pack that's in the Most Wonderful Time medley. So I'm going to add that to each panel along the sides. These measure 2 inches by 2 inches. I'm just trying to leave an even margin in those panels. And if you've got a directional pattern like I have, then you want to make sure that you've got them all in the same direction. Okay. Now I have one more piece that I want to put on the lid, but I need to put that on as if it were upside down. Because that will fold over. Okay, now on my one, to make it a little bit easier to open, I've put in a little thumb notch there. I do have an old 1-inch circle punch that I tend to use, but one of my Stampin' Up friends, she has used the top of the snowman punch to do that, so I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So thank you very much to Verity for that tip, and you're basically just using the top of the snowman's head. Not sure that that's quite straight. That'll do. Lovely. Great tip if you don't already have a if you don't have the 1-inch or a 1/2-inch circle punch, which unfortunately Stampin' Up don't sell any longer. Just tidying that up, that was a little bit rough there. So that's your box ready to assemble. We want to put some glue on this piece here. Fold that over and then just fold the rest over there. Oops. Give that a press. And because it's wet glue, it does take a moment or two to be tacky enough, but we're fine there. So with that being your back, you want to fold in each of the sides, and I'm just putting a little bit to hold that in place there. Fold in the back and then add your glue to the remaining front piece and fold that up. There we go. So you've got your nice rounded edge at the front there. We can pop in our little melts, and there's your box ready just to add on a little bit more decoration. I've already gone ahead and prepped these, so as I say, this was from the Snowflake Wishes stamp set with real red ink onto Whisper White, and I cut that using one of the layering circles dies, and I used a larger scalloped one from the same set to cut a piece of gold foil, and then I can layer those together. I have also used some of this gold twine. If you have any of there's tinsel twine that comes in the product medley, so you could use that instead. But I didn't have any of that left. So I'm just adding a glue dot onto that, and then pretty much just doing a figure of 8 with this trim, and this comes from the Wonder of the Season, I think it's called. I'll put a link to that in my blog post as well. It comes with as a twin pack with this absolutely gorgeous shaded spruce ribbon. But as I say, if you use the product medley, then there is beautiful gold tinsel trim that would look lovely instead. Okay, so I want my loops to be in that direction, so I'm actually just going to add that on first. There we are. Fits nicely in that. Except I've just added that to the top, and I really didn't mean to. I meant to add it to the front. Oh, there we go. I may need to put another piece of designer series paper on top of that if I can't get the glue off that. There's always a solution. Paying attention the first time and getting it right would be a better solution. There we are. And I have added on some extra bling in the form of these gilded gems. Or you could use the real red rhinestones instead. So the last touch is simply to add on that candy cane. Now, I actually do have a spare piece of that designer series paper, so just going to cover that up on there. It's slightly smaller, but it's better than having sticky mess. So I bought these mini candy canes, and I just thought it would be nice to add that, tie it in, along with using some more of these stickers from the product medley. Just pop different coloured ones on each of those panels, like that. And then for this one I added a little bit of this double stitched satin ribbon, just in with a little knot on it, just as a little extra detail. There. Nothing too fancy. Just that down, and I can add that on with glue dots as well. So I'll put a bit on the ribbon. I need to get my new pack out of my drawer. There we are, and simply press that in place, and there we have it. Lovely little thank you gift. I will probably be giving these to probably my hairdresser, I would imagine. And maybe the gentleman that delivers my Stampin' Up supplies. I've been putting him to good use recently. So yeah, he might get an extra treat at Christmas as well. So I hope that you have enjoyed this little project and that you'll give this a go. If you have liked this, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment if you've got time to do that, and if you're not already a subscriber, please click on that button too. As a reminder, there will be links to all the products that I've used in my blog and in the description bar below. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.